Under the wide blue sky of a modern city in the United States, a river flows quietly between tall buildings reflecting bright sunlight, creating a scene that feels both familiar and strangely different. On a clear morning, hundreds of boats begin to gather on the water, not for a noisy celebration but for a deeply spiritual ritual. At the center of the river, a large boat stands out, decorated with flowers and golden fabric, and on it rests a Buddha statue placed carefully on a solid wooden platform. The sunlight shines directly onto the statue, highlighting its calm expression and making it seem as if it is spirited outward. Surrounding the central boat are many smaller boats filled with people, some wearing traditional Buddhist clothing, others dressed in everyday modern outfits, yet all share the same quiet focus, their hands pressed together in prayer, their eyes fixed on the Buddha statue. There is no need for words, no need for explanation. The meaning of the moment is felt rather than spoken. Soft chanting begins to rise, blending with the gentle sound of water and wind, forming a steady rhythm that seems to slow everything down. A young man stands on one of the boats slightly behind the center. He works in a fast-paced environment in the city, always surrounded by noise and pressure. At first he came out of curiosity, unsure of what he would experience, but as he stands there now, watching the statue under the sunlight and listening to the quiet chanting, something inside him begins to shift. He does not ask for anything. He does not even form clear thoughts, yet a sense of calm slowly replaces the tension he has been carrying for so long. The boats begin to move slowly along the river, not rushed, not disorganized, but flowing together as if guided by something unseen. The reflection of the procession appears on the glass surfaces of nearby buildings, creating a striking contrast between the modern world and the ancient ritual. Yet instead of clashing, they seem to blend together, showing that spirituality can exist even in the middle of a fast-moving urban life. A middle-aged woman stands near the front of her boat, her eyes gently closed, her face relaxed in a way it has not been for years. She has faced many struggles, balancing responsibilities and expectations, but in this moment, surrounded by light, water, and silence, she feels something she has almost forgotten, a sense of release. Not because her problems have disappeared, but because she no longer feels overwhelmed by them. Children stand beside their parents, watching quietly, their eyes filled with curiosity. They may not fully understand the meaning of the ritual, but they sense its importance. They see the way people bow their heads, the way the atmosphere changes, and something within them begins to form, a quiet memory that may stay with them long into the future. As the procession reaches the widest part of the river, everything slows even more. The chanting softens, becoming part of the environment rather than standing out from it. The sunlight reflects across the water in endless patterns, and the Buddha statue remains steady at the center, unchanged, a symbol of stillness within movement. A monk standing on the main boat continues to chant softly, his voice clear yet gentle, guiding the atmosphere without controlling it. The young man opens his eyes again and looks around. Nothing has changed on the outside, yet everything feels different. The pressure he carried earlier is no longer as heavy. His thoughts are quieter, and for the first time in a long while, he feels present, fully aware of the moment instead of being pulled in different directions. Time passes without being noticed. No one checks their watch. No one worries about what comes next, because in this space time seems less important than the experience itself. Eventually the boats begin to turn back toward the shore. There is no announcement, no signal, but everyone understands. The movement is natural, almost instinctive. As the procession moves closer to land, the sounds of the city slowly return, distant traffic, voices, the hum of everyday life. Yet these sounds no longer feel overwhelming. They feel distant, manageable, like something that exists but no longer controls the mind. When the Buddha statue is finally brought back to the shore, everyone bows their heads one last time. There is no applause, no dramatic ending, only silence, a silence that feels full and meaningful. One by one people step off their boats and return to their daily routines, but they do not leave in the same state they arrived. The young man steps onto the shore and looks back at the river. Everything appears normal again, the boats dispersing, the water continuing its flow. Yet he knows something inside him has changed, not in a dramatic or obvious way, but in a quiet and lasting sense. And perhaps that is the true purpose of the ritual. Not to create something extraordinary, but to remind people of something they already have, a sense of peace that has always been there, waiting to be noticed.
Look how detailed detailed the gold is. It's absolutely massive in person.
Isn't the detail on this just magnificent?
It truly is. I've never seen anything like it.
Namo Buddhaya. We celebrate the birth of Prince Siddhartha. Welcome everyone.
What a beautiful sight.
Pull together now. Keep the rhythm. We are bringing the Buddha to the city.
This statue represents peace, bringing our community together across the water.
Namaste. We offer this incense with a sincere heart. May the blessings of the Buddha be upon us all. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Namo Amitabha Buddha.
Look how big it is. It's beautiful in the sun. I've never seen anything like this in the city.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani.
Look at the lights floating away. May everyone be happy
incredible. The detail on the bronze is amazing.
Daddy, look up there.
Look how massive it is.
I can't believe that's right next to the city.
This is absolutely massive. How long did it take to build?
I'm not sure, but the detail on the face is stunning.
It's wonderful to see everyone here together.
The statue is magnificent against the skyline.
I never thought they'd put something this incredible right here by the river.
It's amazing how peaceful it makes the whole city feel.